New Plymouth is based right on the coast, therefore water is in close proximity. And where there's water, there is kayaking. Put the two together, you have a kayaking trip in Taranaki. We drive over in the camper van to Canoes and Kayaks Taranaki, where we are meeting Peter, who is our guide for today. We are sliding into some wetsuits, underneath some over trousers and a over jacket specially made for kayaking.
Today we are going to kayak to Sugar Loaf Islands. So it sounds like a strip club name, but it's actually a bunch of rocks which are a bit over yonder in the New Plymouth port.
Named because Captain James Cook, who explored New Zealand back in the day, thought the bits of rock looked like sugar lumps, and he named it Sugarloaf Islands because of that.
So we start paddling out of the harbour. The harbour was really cold water and really great to just get started, and we just follow Peter, giving us a bit of rundown about the Maori history right here. Basically there's a really big rivalry between the tribes in Taranaki and the tribes in Waikato, where we've been before, and this area of Taranaki was the centre of quite a lot of amazing battles. It's amazing to just kind of like glide onto the water, listening to Peter's story, and then the sea starts getting a little bit more rough, right? So it doesn't really show on camera, but you know, we're going through quite a lot of swells. We have like about 1/2 meter high swells.
And we don't even notice that we're there, we're at Sugarloaf Islands, and we're like, what? We thought this was going to be a big trip, and we're there in 30 minutes. Not bad. We see some seals on the rocks, and some seabirds too, and I love seals. I remember the first time I saw a seal in New Zealand. It was the greatest day of my life, and I'm still always happy to see seals every time I see them. You can even hear them coughing. I can hear a seal coughing up on the rocks, and it's so cute.
On this very small island right here that you're seeing, where at its peak 250 Maoris living there. Now what happened is that when the tribe from the Waikato came into Taranaki and came into a big fight, they lost. And so they had to escape, because at the time the Maoris were also cannibals. So when you have the choice to kind of like escape on the sea and try to make a run for it, or being eaten alive, well, you know, the choice is pretty obvious. So they went onto their waka, which are the traditional Maori canoes, and they went into this island, which was the closest one they could find, and made a living up there, burning a bit of wood that they could find on the island and hunting seals and seabirds from there. So it was very fascinating. We kind of ride a few waves back, so actually the way back onto the shore was actually much faster than the way in, since we were not going against the current but with the current this time. And back on the shore, we take the time to thank Peter. We actually help him carrying all the canoes back to the shore. We take off all the equipment, rinse them, give them back to Peter, have a little chat with him, and yeah, you know, kind of all the politeness that goes along with the end of a tour. We really had fun with Peter and Canoe and Kayak. I mean, exploring Sugarloaf Island was very unexpected here in New Plymouth, and you know, I had no idea about all this Maori history surrounding those very tiny islands over there.
So we're going back to Ducks and Drakes now, and tonight we are teaming up with Brett to go and do a recording for some pop-up gigs that often happen within New Plymouth, and Ducks and Drakes is often enough the venue for these pop-up gigs. And in order to promote it, we are going down to Cruize FM to record an advert for them.
Do we even need to rehearse that? I think we nailed it.
and he's giving us a quick script, which we have about 1.5 minutes to prepare, and then off we go on the microphone.
The Taranaki Pop-Up Gig Network and Cruize FM presents Jersey Bob Friday, July 15 at the Ducks and Drakes Boutique Motel and Backpackers.
Jersey Bob, wonderful storyteller and raconteur, awesome melodies and great stuff.
Supported by Taranaki's own Matt Herrett, tickets are limited, so go on Facebook.
Good job, guys. Love it. Well done.
We also got to listen with Matt, which is the owner of Cruize FM, to listen to a few musics and sounds of Taranaki. He showed us a few artists around.
And going to the radio station is just like one part of how artsy this city is, and as we are about to find out, because we've been invited to a few more art events, which we will talk to you about later. Potatoes! Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.